In this unit, I'm going to show you a few things about iMovie and advanced editing in iMovie that I think that you should know. This is not everything that you can possibly know about iMovie, but it's the parts that I feel are important. So the first thing you'll need to do, of course, is open iMovie. I have opened it. I've created a project called Example Project, which you can see right here. And I have already put a few clips in that I will need to show you what I'm talking about today. Now let me start by saying that I am not in any way trying to make a cohesive project or a cohesive film here. I'm simply going to show you some techniques. And the first thing that I want to show you is location. Let's suppose, for example, that we are doing a movie about our vacation. Well, the first thing we're going to do is go over here where all these little squares are and pick the very last one and pick what looks like a globe, which is exactly what it is. And we can pick any number of globes out of here or maps. And let's just arbitrarily pick the blue marble globe here. We're going to take that and drag it all the way over to be the very first thing in our project. As you can see, it takes it a minute to pop up. So then this inspector also pops up as the duration of 4 seconds. Let's make that longer. Let's make the duration 8 seconds just for the heck of it. The video effect, we don't really need a video effect on this. Start location. Start location is wherever we are, which at the moment is Cleveland, Mississippi. And here's a whole list of cities here. And you're not going to find Cleveland, Mississippi in this list of cities. So what do we do about that? Well, I'll show you. You can see where it says enter a city, a place name, an airport code, or decimal coordinates. We're going to enter decimal coordinates, and by that it means latitude or longitude. And I have looked up the latitude and longitude of Cleveland, Mississippi, and it's this. It's approximately 33.75, comma, and minus 90.74. And then you can list the custom location. We're going to put it down here as Cleveland, Mississippi, and click OK. Now our end location is going to be, could be just about anywhere we feel like going. How about let's go to Aalborg, Denmark, since it just happens to be up here early on. And we're going to click OK. And we are done. And if you'd like to see what that looks like, you can put your pointer at the beginning of that. Click your space bar. And you can see a line drawing all the way from one place to the other. So that's our location settings for iMovie. The next thing I want to show you is using pictures or photos in iMovie. What you would do first is go back over here to where these little squares are and click on the one that looks like a camera. And you will see the list of the photos that you have pop up. Now I've got a bunch of stuff in here that's of DMI Studios. Here's a good one right here. We'll load this one. This will be a good example. And all you have to do is drag it to where you want to put it, and it will appear. So what are some of the things that we can do with it? If you'll go to the photo and click the little blue box and the down arrow, there are some things that you can do. One is the clip adjustment. We'll go to that. And you can tell it tells it's going to last for 4 seconds. You can put some effects on it if you want to. We're not going to. You can make it look science fiction, all kinds of different things, different graininess, just about anything. You can flip it around and make it backwards. Any number of things you can do to it. We're not going to actually do anything to it. We're going to just kind of leave it like it is. For that, we can go click there again, and you will see at the bottom, you see cropping, Ken Burns, and rotation. We're going to click that one for the moment. If we wanted to rotate it, you'll see at the very top there's the boxes that have the arrows, the curved arrows in them. You can click that and it will rotate any way that you want it to rotate. Crop it, you just click the crop button and you can grab the corners and move it any way that you want to, and then click crop and it's going to be done. And what we're going to do right now is try the Ken Burns effect. The Ken Burns effect, if you watched any of his documentaries on ETV, work like this. And you'll see the squares here. And the first thing that you do, you make the square where you want the Ken Burns effect to start. And we're going to let it start with the whole picture. And we're going to click start. And then you'll see that another box will appear here that has end. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that box and shrink it and move it. And you see the little arrow right in the center. That's where we want it to focus when we're done, right in the middle of that monitor screen. So we're going to make this box, that's as small as it goes, and we can move it so that it's going to show that it's going to focus right in the center of that screen. And then we'll click the end button right there. So what that's going to look like once we actually get that done is this. If you'll watch it, you can tell that picture is going to focus there. Now when we're done with that, finished with that, we can click the done button up here. And if you want to see what that looks like full screen so you can really tell, it's going to look like this. Well, here's the first part, is the globe. And then you're going to see the Ken Burns effect next. You've seen that a lot in documentaries. Although the Ken Burns effect works great with still photos, you can also use it for video clips. I have a clip down here that I took from our disc of a little girl on Christmas morning. And see how great it looks at she's so excited, her mouth is wide open, she's got a happy look on her face, and at the end of it, she covers herself with the box. So we're going to cut that end out. What we're going to do is we're going to take the beginning of it right there where she looks so happy. And we're going to take that part of it and move it up into our project so that it looks like this at the moment. And then we're going to click on our little box right here. We're going to go to Ken Burns effect. And see, we're going to start it so that it starts at the full screen, and click start. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing, except that this time we're going to focus it right here on her little face. And we're going to click done. So you can see how that's going to look now. We'll go back to the beginning, play that clip. So we've got a great shot of her face. Let's play the original clip so you'll see the difference. Here's the original clip. And here's the one that we just finished altering. See, it adds the interest of getting closer up on her face. Now, suppose we want that face to last a little longer. What we do in that case is we go up and we go to the very end of that clip and we right click and we go down to where it says add freeze frame. And you can tell that it's going to add another 5 seconds onto the end of that. So that clip now is going to look like this. See, now we have 4 or 5 seconds of her. Now we can even make that more interesting. Let's click, how about clip adjustments? And let's put a video effect on that. Let's put, how about glow? That should just brighten her up a little bit. Let's see what that does. Let's go back and play that clip. See, when it froze her, but it also put an extra little glow on her. Makes her look like a little angel. Now, why don't we put a transition between that and the next clip? Let's pick transition. Let's do something big and obvious. Let's do white right. How about that? We're just going to put that right there. And we want to make that really dramatic too. So let's go down and let's go to Precision Editor. Now you'll see in the bottom half of your Precision Editor screen, you'll see where the two parts of this film overlap. And you'll see that this one really overlaps a lot, and this one really doesn't. So let's make this one overlap a lot. And let's make the transition, the distance between these two lines is the transition. Let's make the transition even longer, so we can see exactly what we're transitioning, because you can see right here where it has a half a line on sort of an angled line, where above the line it's dark, below the line it's light on both clips. So that's what it's going to look like when it actually plays. It's going to take that length of time to transition from one to the other. Let's see if we can watch it here. So let's see if we can watch the whole thing from where we started full screen, and let's see how this looks now. We could have gone from Aalborg to anywhere else we wanted to go, by the way, and just put another one in there. See, that looks pretty good, huh?